Hey everyone, Miss Monica's Monthly.
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. And today we've got a big one. Who knows what will show up in it?
Yeah.
But this is going to be the year of Monica. So every day in every way, everything's getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Okay. What percentage of your brain believes that? Every day in every way, I am getting better and better.
Well, I've got more positive thoughts now.
Yep.
Especially after last week and that. So, yeah.
Yes, I'm sure we'll end up chatting about that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I started the year off with writing down everybody that I wanted to go and see.
Yeah, right.
And January, I think I've seen 4 groups.
Beautiful.
So that works out 1 a week.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So is that the priority is doing your base chakra. So, right. So what that tells me, and this will not be a surprise, when you don't feel safe and grounded,
Yeah.
you go back into your old habits.
I do.
So we need to balance that. So I'll get you to say it. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day in every way, I'm getting better every day.
Beautiful. So we're going to stack in the combo for the base chakra, which is the base chakra, the sphenoid, the coccyx. Yeah, right. Well, okay. So we know why this has come up. Right, so it seems like we're going to have this discussion right from the start, if that's okay.
Okay,
So it's when you're feeling reactive, when you're feeling flighty, when you're feeling in danger.
Yeah.
That activates your adrenals, your kidneys, your spinal energy. Kidneys is fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
Adrenaline is about pain and stress.
Yeah.
And spinal energy is your kundalini.
Yeah.
So, and your kundalini, if you don't have that good spinal cord energy, your brain doesn't get nourished.
Yeah.
So it compresses all that energy, and we don't do
Doesn't
any of
get
the
to
stuff.
the
No, it doesn't.
Right.
And that's why we whip into those old survival patterns, those old, those old habits. So let's stack those little guys in. So the positives of the base chakra are about feeling safe and grounded, and your survival mechanisms that are supposed to be there simply keep us safe and grounded. So let's go. So base chakra, adrenals, spinal cord, tailbone. I'm just going to stack in a couple of little spots in here. And hold up for you.
Yep.
Now, you're happy to chat about your brother?
Yeah.
Monica's brother died last week, week before?
Last Sunday week.
Sunday week ago.
Yeah.
Sometimes people who leave us, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
That's right.
So he'd been quite abusive.
Yeah, and he's better off where he is anyway.
He's better off where he is.
Yeah.
So, funnily enough, this has actually opened Monica up in other ways, so that there's a lightness about your energy, because now you don't have to think about that.
I feel safe now.
You feel safe.
Yeah.
So interesting that your body wanted to start with that right from the start. Because you were thinking about not going to the funeral.
No, I felt like I was a hypocrite, but I needed to go for the family that I had not seen since they were little kids. You know, the 2 boys. So they're now 29 and 31.
Wow.
So.
And that all ended up being a good positive experience?
Oh, yeah. And they're doing so well, so, you know.
Well, it's like Alice, our friend Alice.
Yeah.
So, you know, when she had her funeral and she had not seen her nephew or 2 nieces, well, I think one of them she'd never seen, and the other ones they were itsy bitsy teeny weeny.
Yeah.
Families. And generally people don't think about what that's doing to the kids.
Yeah.
You know, so they keep the kids in their own stuff, you know.
Yeah. Then my sister's son that was there, He's 40 in May, and I haven't seen him since he was in school, high
Wow.
school. Yeah, so yeah.
Interesting.
Because he went overseas for a while.
Yeah,
But
okay.
whenever I've needed him, you know, to help Mum out, he's always been there. So yeah, no, I'm so proud of him. So proud of all of them, really.
Turkey bush is the flower essence coming up, an Australian bush flower essence. This one's about it's about creativity. So, and especially every day and every way I'm getting better and better, it's about creating your life.
Yeah.
And once again, you are amazing at this. You manifest all sorts of stuff when you focus on it.
That's right. Just,
you know,
nothing
you just
can go
hit
wrong,
so
you
many
know.
goals
Yeah.
sometimes.
That's
So,
right.
yeah. Interesting.
Got to keep being positive.
Yeah.
As soon as the negative comes back in, I just go backwards.
Yeah. And you know, it's so easy to get into the negativity because that's what the world wants us to be. You know, everything in media, everything on TV, everything on the radio. And I know you see through the bullshit too, so thank goodness.
Yeah.
But that doesn't keep us positive. Hearing the bullshit, that just keeps us
Yeah.
knowing that they're always telling us lies. Yeah. It's a bizarre thing, isn't it? And then you get to the spot like you and me where you go, yeah, well, we know they're lying.
Yeah, that's right. What is true?
Well, I'm not sure whether I told you this, but one of my clients a few months ago, it was just funny. I'd seen a little clip about Paul McCartney that was supposedly, I don't know, a daughter or an ex-wife or someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone saying, that's not Paul McCartney. You know, she was saying his eyes are different, his ears are different, yada, 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 that's not Paul McCartney, about the Paul McCartney on stage. But before this, my client said to me, oh, did you know the Beatles put out a new song? And I said, actually, yes. You know, we played it this morning because we'd been at the Paul McCartney conference. And I said, that's the first true thing media said in 4 years. And then the next day I heard this clip about Paul McCartney, about it not being him, you know, about it being a clone or a robot or who knows.
The AI.
Whatever, I don't know. But it was sort of funny because I thought, well, maybe it wasn't true on mainstream media. I don't know. These days, I don't know.
But they made a big deal of it being real, so I don't know.
The Beatles thing?
Yeah.
I'm sure the Beatles thing was real. I'm not saying that wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it's more that he said Paul McCartney had been on the news.
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe it is a clone. You and I will never know.
That's right.
If that stuff's going on. So, yeah, so creativity. Because you are very creative when you put your mind to it as well. You think of all, like even your solutions.
Yes.
You think creatively as a general rule.
Yes.
Is there anything creative that you want in your life that you haven't been doing enough of? Or is there anything you haven't done for a while that you want to make part of your world?
Yes, I want to get back into card making.
Yeah?
And,
oh my gosh, I forgot you'd been doing that.
yeah, I haven't done anything for ages. But I've got to get the room cleaned up. So, and
Right.
I've decided this year that if I don't get it cleaned up so that I can go do it, I'll just get rid of all the stuff.
Okay.
So,
2024.
yeah.
Okay. So you're looking for new solutions every day to make your life better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know more about me than I know about myself, so you tell me what you're going to come up with.
And hold. Hold nice and strong.
Yep. I tried.
No. That's correct because it locked and it unlocked and it locked.
Okay.
So that's clear now.
Yeah.
But there's something in relation to thinking creatively. So let's go and have a look. I don't think we've done this for ages. So what we're going to do is check what percentage of logic you've got on the logical side of the brain, and we're going to check what percentage of Gestalt we've got on the Gestalt side of the brain.
Okay.
So put your hand, actually it's this little spot here, so 2 fingers there.
Just under my ear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And, okay. 8 times 8 minus 11 times 2. Hold up for me. Okay, so now I want you to think about a big green monster with a bright red hat and googly eyes. And hold. Oh my goodness, you've got Gestalt running your logical side of the brain. Gestalt is your creative, big picture stuff.
Oh, okay.
So at the moment, you've got more Gestalt on the left hemisphere than you've got logic.
Okay.
And now I need you to touch this little point here. Okay. 7 times 7 minus 10 times 3. Hold. Okay. Now picture. Ooh, I know. So picture your perfect bedroom with your perfect mattress. And imagine how welcoming that's going to be. And hold. Yeah, right. So you've got double Gestalt going on. So all the functions of your brain works in a Gestalt manner. Gestalt is, it's creative, it's big picture, it's sort of it's solution oriented, whereas logical is very linear, it's very one answer, it's very black and white. So you're double Gestalt, that's what I was when I started doing LEAP. Okay. Have we done this one before? Does this ring a bell? Not that that matters, but we can, you know, shimmy. We can shimmy this so that we've got more logic in there as well, which also helps. Okay. Because it means that you will also think emotionally first, which won't help some of our. That's right. Yeah, it won't help some of our patterns. So let me go have a look.
Sometimes I think, oh no, I can't do it, and then that's where it stops.
Yes.
Whereas half the time, if I just got in and did it, if I messed it up, well, too bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're all funny human beings. And hold. And hold. And hold. None of those. What about the 3 pillars? Okay. And hold. So that's messing with hormones. And hold. And let's have a look. So when that's right, so even that double Gestalt is messing with your serotonin production. So, and maybe that's, once again, we've got some big stuff online, you know, because when your brain is looking forward to the future self being better and better and better and better, the part of your brain that's got the 120,000 thoughts a day going, which it does, so it's going, well, this will never happen because it hasn't happened before. I know I can fail because that's what I've been told all my life. You know, it's that part of the brain, or, you know, or I know I'm going to be abused because, hey, that's what's happened to me. So, yeah, so it's messing with your serotonin, Reticular 3. Okay. Just need to stack those little guys in. Once again, do I need to recheck survival, deep survival, or hidden deep survival? No, I don't. Is there psychological? Yeah. So there is psychological reversal. So this is in relation to choosing not to have logic in the left side of the brain. Yep. Is it possible to find out when this sort of kicked in? Do we want to find out when this kicked in? No, it was not going to be helpful. Do you want to know? No. Okay. So, want, need, think, safe. Want, need, think, safe. Believe, deserve, it's safe. Okay.
Yeah.
It is safe to let go of this problem. And hold. It is safer to keep this problem. And hold. Yeah. So why would that be? So it's unsafe to have logic. It's unsafe to have logic running. So, yeah, right. So maybe what the emotional gear does, because your brain's choosing not to have the logic in there. So maybe what that's doing by having the big picture, you know, which runs on emotions, because you feel as well. So you know when you don't want to go somewhere because you get that feeling. Yeah, that's right. So basically, because if we take away, which we're not doing, but your unconscious brain doesn't know this, if we take away your ability to think emotionally all the time, then your brain thinks you're going to get hurt, because immediately the serotonin disappears again. And serotonin is about safety and security, because you can't be happy and loving and caring if you're about to get eaten by a tiger. Because it's less of a priority. So it's okay. But there's fear in there. There's fear in there of feeling unsafe. So your brain will do anything to avoid that. That messes with your left-right connections. So don't forget to do your little switching things regularly. Maybe if you start, do you do that every day?
No.
I need to send you a video. Watch and copy, watch and copy, watch and copy. I think more than lazy, we don't do it when we're stressed. Our brain shuts down under stress and we forget to do stuff. And when we're feeling good, we forget to do the stuff that keeps us there.
That's right.
So I don't think it's lazy, because, you have big, long days and you do lots. Your lazy's like my lazy. No, good. So just the left-right one. Handedness. Let's see what handedness you've got going on. So create a little space between your fingers and a smaller space. Perfect. And now I want you to stare between them and then bring it back towards your body, and it will go towards one eye. One of them should disappear.
Yes.
So which eye is it going to?
Left.
Right. Interesting. So left eye dominant, but you're right-handed.
Yeah.
Were you ever cack-handed? Did they ever spank you or anything? No. Interesting. If you're too cack-handed, if you were to kick a ball, would you kick with your right?
Yeah.
Did you ever play tennis?
Yeah. Stronger
on the right or stronger on the left?
No, most probably the right.
Okay. Yeah. So when you've got a left eye dominant, which is the opposite to what it technically should be, being right, having logical, creative, that will have made it harder at school for you.
Oh yes, it's been hard.
Yeah, it will, because what it means is your brain, it's only something like 1/600th of a second, but the brain will have been working overtime, reconnecting. So, because when we've got an eye dominant, different from the logic dominant, it makes everything harder. Just makes everything harder. So you probably, possibly, maybe had some sort of learning thing or dyslexia or something that was never picked up on.
Yeah, well, I needed glasses, but I never got them until I finished school.
You needed glasses. Goodness gracious.
When I got the glasses, I thought, I was standing on the veranda and I looked down and you could actually see blades of grass, whereas I thought you just looked down and it was just green.
Yeah, right.
But I could actually see the blades of grass.
Oh my goodness.
That was my first comment.
The words were always clear on paper though? They didn't ever swirl or move around or anything?
No, it seemed to be.
Okay. So we need to go into your thalamus. So the thalamus is like a radio station in the middle of your brain that sends information out to different areas.
Okay.
Without the nanotechnology from these days, so you've been old school. Haha.
Okay.
You've been AC/DC. Okay, so where do we need to go? Anatomy gland, GB26, GB23, GB15. Okay. And then if you imagine early age traumas, so anything under 2 years old, if trauma happens in that time, then it messes with our primitive reflexes. So if crawling is more challenged, or if walking is more challenged, or if anything or if we bum crawl, or there's so many things that can go wrong. If any of that happens, it can mess with our logical creation and Gestalt setup.
Okay.
So pretty much before 2 years old, trauma will mess with our primitive reflexes. After 2 years, including in the womb, and the birth and stuff, after 2 years old, it tends to be the logical Gestalt. So at some stage, your body would have switched to go, nah, logic's dangerous. So for example, when people have an abusive family member,
Yeah.
it's logical to know that your family members shouldn't abuse you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your brain will go, well, there's no point having logic because that doesn't fit my
Yeah.
situation. So it can take logic out.
Yeah.
Do we need any of the pathways of the thalamus? We do. Okay, so do we need the mind? Do we need the glial cells? We do. Okay, cool. So let's go check these little guys. And again, hold out. Beautiful. Mind and hold out. Oh, whooshka. So your mind is really powerful, so it messes with your transmitter, your thalamus. That's why we say the brain is a computer and it's programmed by a 2-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Fascinating. Okay, there's another one. Okay, so mind. Do we need SIPs? Do we need glial cells? Glial cells. So we need glial cells from left to right. And again, hold out. That's pretty good. There's about 10 types of glial cells. Do we need to know what type it is? I don't know whether I'm manipulating that, but I wonder where my chart would be if it said yes. It'd say no. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's enough thalamus left to right connections. Now we go into the periventricular. Now at this point, do we need to know the age time? No. Okay. So then we go to periventricular survival system. Too much? Balance, not enough. Okay. So, and the whole thing about having the double gestalt, it actually amplifies your sixth sense because emotional gear is more likely to make you feel what other people are going through as well, because, you know, then you can get that empath thing, which I know you're much stronger at, you know, doing these days, not taking on other people's crap and especially not taking it home. So your sixth sense is amplified by having that double gestalt. We're still going to add in some logic and we'll see what happens then. What usually happens, by the way, is because, you know, you've had decades of using it, your brain should still have double gestalt, but we just add in logic.
Okay.
You know, so you don't lose anything, you just gain more function, which is sort of cool. Okay, so vestigial nucleus. So what do I need to do? Do I need to do some sort of pitch roll yaw thing? Do I need to jolt the body? Do I need to shimmy the energy? Okay, so So firstly, I'm just going to wake up the energy. The vestigial nucleus is about, it's the part of the brain that tries to right us again when we get jolted or knocked or reset. So that's just energetically. But then I'm going to confuse your brain.
That's easy.
Easy to do. So let's wibble wobble left to right. Smell what it's doing. Beautiful. Okay, so vestigial nucleus. Yeah, that's called pitch roll yaw. So the little ears. So if you were to, how's your balance?
No, I don't have balance.
Right.
Never had balance.
Well, at this point, let's also ask about your foot proprioceptors. Hold. Goes, ask what?
Yes.
Yeah, so you.
Question?
Yes.
I've never been able to ride a push bike or anything like that.
Wow. And is that because there were just useless humans in the house and no one tried to teach you? Or is that because you just did not have the balance? Because most kids get it, obviously. Like, was there no patience for you?
Well, that could have had a little bit to do with it.
Okay. Yeah, but then your belief system and your understanding is that I have no balance. Whereas you can imagine if someone spends 20 minutes and you didn't get it and then they give up on you and then they say for the rest of your life, you've got no balance, then that's our belief system.
Yeah.
It might not actually be based on any truth. It might be the
Put
fact
me
that...
up at the top of the driveway and let me run, start off riding a bike and hit the house and I'm bruised. Oh,
Was that your first lesson?
that was it.
That was it?
Along the front fence first, and then, we'll put you on the top there and go down there. Well, it went straight into the corner of the house.
How old were you?
Oh, about 8, I suppose. I wasn't really young. Because we were not allowed to have bikes before that.
Did you ever try again?
Oh, I've tried. While kids had bikes at home, but no, can't do it.
Imagine the fear, though, after you've been through something like that.
Yeah.
So who was that, your brother or your dad or your mum?
Brother.
Yeah. And what
And
did he say to
then
you?
Mum's favourite tree was where I fell off.
Yeah? And what did he say to you when that happened?
Nothing.
No? Didn't berate you or anything?
No.
Okay.
I said, well, I'm not going to get back up there. So maybe it was me that sort of thought, no, I got hurt, I'm not going to do it again.
Interesting. My stupidest thing I ever did in a bike, and there were lots of them, but my stupidest thing ever was, I remember exactly who it was, one of the Bonnies who was a friend of mine in primary school, and her and I were playing chicken up the road with our bikes.
Oh, no.
And we were young enough to be stupid enough to keep our eyes shut and old enough to be stupid, so that we were just bloody stupid.
Yeah.
Man, she bruised so good. She had yellow and green bruises for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I fared much better than her, but she was staying at our place, so of course I got in trouble anyway. Poor darling.
I don't take risks either.
No.
Things like that.
Okay, so into your reticular activating system. Let's go have a squiz. No. Yeah, right. So when stress happens, you want to, so these are large intestine 20s, they want to go hide away. It's like you want to go into your girl cave.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Don't need to see anyone.
Yeah.
And that blows your heart chakra.
Okay.
Because really, you want to be out there, you want to be sociable, you want to be fun, you want to be doing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there more in relation to the logic gestalt? More in relation to the logic gestalt? So do we need to recheck the psychological reversal? Yep. So it is safe to let go of this problem and hold. That's better. It is safer to keep this problem and hold. Excellent. And hold. Lovely. Nice. Okay, so now 2 fingers behind your left ear again. Okay, so, and hold. So 9 times 9 plus 12 minus 6. Hold. Okay, think of a big fluffy teddy bear. Give it a big bow tie and a cute little smile. Hold. So now you've got logic and Gestalt running the left side of your brain.
Yep.
Now we shouldn't have changed anything on the right because really that wasn't, Cool.
Right.
So you now have logic and Gestalt running your left hemisphere of your brain,
Okay.
which once again is really about 1/600th of a second, but you know, it just integrates things easier.
Would that give me the motivation to get up and do it?
Well, this is where we need to make sure everything's still integrated. So once again, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day in every way I'm getting better.
And better.
Better and better.
Better and better and better.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to go make sure we've got some core integration from left to right, just in case, because there was no Gestalt logic, it might be now going, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So let's check corpus callosum, left to right sides of the brain. And hold out. Oh, that's pretty darn good. Yeah, tiny touch of fear in there, so let's just go squizzy that. Now I know we all do it, but that self-deprecation where we pick on ourselves regularly, sometimes we don't appreciate ourselves. We don't appreciate how far we've come, and or at the very least, we don't outwardly say it. We might think it, but we don't outwardly say it because we just don't want to give ourselves that tall poppy syndrome. So, appreciation. And hold. Oh, whooshka. Because I know consciously you're very proud of yourself, and you have days where you just smash it.
Yeah.
You know, that life thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have come a long way.
You have come a long, long way.
It's just when I get back into that seat, you know. and think,
Yeah.
"Oh."
So appreciation. Appreciation. And hold. Beautiful. And again, think in 2024, where is your trust in yourself? Trust and trust issues. And hold. Beautiful.
Wow.
One we've never done before, but you know we've been talking about love and integrity lately. Let's
Yeah.
just check integrity.
Okay.
Let's just check integrity. And hold. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So every day and every way I'm getting better and better and better. Oh, okay. Right. So the next area is showing that it wants some work is the hippocampus and memory center. Left to right hippocampus, the main thing that shuts it down is fear of failure.
Yeah.
And one of your favourite things to say when you're not having a good day is, I wasn't going to come back. To me or Sean or, wherever. I'll just go over here and quit.
Yeah,
I'll just go
run
moan
away.
in the corner.
Just
It's
run
all
away.
good. Okay, so fear of failure. And hold out.
Isn't it a shame I love you?
You looked can I say, you looked almost, I don't know, embarrassed or upset to ask Renergy.
Yeah. I just didn't know what to say.
Yeah, there was sort of something there, and I thought, ooh, okay. Because she did mention that, you know, her life's been very crazy, and she knows she's been AWOL, you know.
Yeah.
Because he didn't help a lot with everything, so she's had to sort of get help from family and community and to make everything happen.
Yeah.
And she mentioned, you know, to the last cockroach, it was on her to, you know, sort everything out. So that's tough. So fear of failure. And hold. So now, think about you by the end of the year, the space you want to have set up for your creativity, where you want to be weight-wise. Let's face it, weight and health, you know, they're always on our mind. You know, work-wise, doing the perfect number of hours of whatever you want to do that fills your soul and your heart.
Yep.
You know, the stuff with the church, so just thinking about the best of the best of the best by the end of the year.
Yep.
Fear of success. And hold. Perfect.
Yeah, because
No fear of success.
I've sort of got goals now of what I want to get done. So, and see, that's where I think laziness is the thing that stops me.
Okay.
You know, it's sort of,
Well, let's just ask your body. Say, I am lazy.
I am lazy.
And hold nice and strong. I am productive.
I am productive.
And hold. So your brain even thinks you're productive.
Okay.
So your brain doesn't believe you're lazy.
Okay.
So you have rejuvenation days. You need to rename them
Okay.
for what they are, because you work bloody hard a lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea.
You do.
But
You
see-
tell me how many steps you do.
But see, I'm getting to the stage now where if I don't want to do something, I don't do it.
Exactly. But is
So-
that lazy, or is that, you know, looking
No,
after
because
yourself?
I'm filling it in with something else.
Yeah, so it's not lazy.
Okay.
Anyway, your brain doesn't believe you when you say you're lazy either, just by the
right.
way.
Okay.
But you know, that could be one of those things where you could have a list of your top 5 things you're working on all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like doing one, just do something else.
Yeah.
You know, and who is it? Jordan Peterson or someone sort of said one of the best things to do is anything. You know, so when you're feeling in that moment where you go, oh man, I'm feeling lazy, because then you'll feel guilty.
Yeah.
You know, it's a useless thing to think. It's like Teddy has started saying, I'm bored, I feel like slapping him. Anyway, I won't. But you know, it's like, well, do I maybe question yourself? Do I want to be doing anything, or do I just want to relax?
Well, that's like Saturday when it was so hot, sat in front of the fan most of the day. Then I went down and got all those plants and, you know, moved stuff, and it just looked so nice down in there. And then it rained on Sunday, which then some of the pots that I had repotted, they got rained on, so yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm just going to give down inside the house
Nice.
so they can get the mattress down.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's why I did it on Sunday. So I knew I was going to go and look for a mattress on Monday.
Yeah.
No, I had no intentions really. Until I got my hair cut and I thought, well, I'm up that way, let's do it. So I didn't want to go home.
Where do you put your affirmations? You had your affirmations somewhere a while ago, but it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've got some beside my bed and I want to put them up on the wardrobe actually.
Well, if you need a hand, you know, typing them up and printing them out, you let me know. We can do
Okay,
that.
Yeah. There's a couple that Amanda sent me. I've
And hold out.
typed them up and yeah, they're just sitting beside my bed at the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking about David's future life role process, you know, because once again, I sort of think that sort of thing would help you, because you've got so many things on the go, and a lot of them you're really quite happy with. You know, you love your garden, you know, you could probably do a bit more, but there's things that you love and, you know, that are fine.
Yeah.
So you might, you know, think you want to be a 10 out of 10 as a gardener, but really you're happy with a 7.
Yeah.
You know, what's the point in spending any energy on it? And the process of going through that is about, it's about firstly taking any shame and guilt away from anything that we are doing, but also reminding of how much we actually have going for us.
Yeah.
And how much that we've got up our sleeve that we can
Yeah.
just go do if we've... But you're absolutely right, this heat's been ridiculous.
Oh.
And Beenleigh was awful. I
If I
think...
wanted to live in Singapore, I'd go there.
yeah,
Because they say it's as hot as Singapore at the moment.
yeah. But, you know, it's that awful...
Oh.
I don't know. I tested someone today for electrosmog to see whether that was it. But there's something, you know, it's not just humidity, it's different.
The other day when I was mowing, the sweat was just running down to my eyes, and my eyes were so sore that night. And it
Needed
was
to do
only
a John
from-
McEnroe.
Yeah. We were talking about that at work then.
Well, he's pretty iconic holdout, although I did see a Wham thing with George Michael and the other dude both wearing them, you know, after they get off a tennis court or something. That's cute as a button.
But see, they were saying at the cross, you know, to do it. I said, oh, I'll keep mowing there. And she said, well, why do you? And I said, because I come here and it's like going home, and, you know, you see it and it's just nice. And then the guys want to help me, but they don't help me, you know. So then I go back after work and finish it.
Oh. So these are some integration areas. So the first one is words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So if we're going to get better and better throughout 2024,
Yeah.
every time you say something that demeans yourself, be aware of it.
Okay.
So it's just starting to be aware.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you're not lazy. But the words coming out of your mouth create the belief systems. So as we say things, your brain doesn't know what's real and imaginary.
Okay.
One of my poor darlings who's going through a lot,
Yeah.
when I ran the bioresonance on her recently, one of the things acutely, emotionally, was longing for sympathy. Because some people just don't have anyone in their world when we are going through someone who'll actually give them any sympathy.
Yeah.
So then you don't get that human
Yeah.
connection, because everyone's strong and everyone's powerful and everyone's,
Yeah.
you know, trying to be positive and moving on and go, hang on, give me 3 seconds here.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
It's funny when I'm mowing though, like, because my mowing is just my world, and I'll think of somebody, and I may not have seen them for 4 years, and I'll see them.
Amazing.
It's just amazing.
It's like we're all connected.
Yeah. That's why I like that, because you can be just in, yeah, you don't have to think about anything, because you either go around in the square or you go back and forth. You know, you don't have to think
It's
about
like
it.
a meditation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And when you get to the middle, it's finished.
Just making sure our door was shut. Yeah, so the next one back, so it's Broca's Wernicke's. Wernicke's is the thoughts behind the words.
Yeah.
Behind that is your auditory integration point, so everything you're hearing
Yeah.
from other people, as well as stuff you repeat to yourself from other people,
Okay.
as well as the stuff we tell ourselves. That's the one that makes you want to run away, the
Yes.
self-chatter.
Yeah.
The self-chatter. And that's probably when going and doing the mowing makes you feel good, because you're out in nature,
Yeah.
you know, it's
yeah.
that meditative space for you. You probably sort out what's real and imaginary going on in your head.
But half the time, I don't want to come back to you or Sean, because I haven't done what you asked me to do. You know?
Yeah.
And I know if I do it, I'd be 100% better, you know? Whoops.
That one was rip and lip. So now don't forget we've added Gestalt in here as well.
Yeah.
So these are all connecting, say, brokers to brokers.
Yeah.
That's actually been connecting your Gestalt to your Gestalt.
Okay.
Whereas now we're adding Gestalt and logic to Gestalt. So all of these unlocked, but really not a surprise.
Okay.
You know, given that we've added in another
Yeah.
frequency. technique, energy in the brain, program.
So I should start talking nicely to myself in this, right?
Well, what should happen is that you start being more logical about it.
Yeah.
You know, so when you say, oh man, I'm lazy, and then you go, well, actually, it was 38 degrees today.
Yeah.
You know, like it has not been pleasant being outside.
Right. Yeah.
We were somewhere,
Oh, inside.
we ran away up to Tambourine on the weekend.
I thought you might have gone away on the weekend.
Yeah, so we, yeah, I'll tell you about that afterwards. But yeah, so we ran up, we were over at Rod and Bronze on Friday, and then we went to Tambourine on Saturday. And we thought it would be cooler. It was 33 degrees, but felt like 38.5 degrees up there. And we're sitting at the back of a winery, and it was just so hot. Jay was sitting there, and he was just dripping.
Really?
And I just sort of, you know, had these delightful little sweat drips, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just awful. And then occasionally a breeze would come for a few seconds, and you think,
Yeah.
but it wasn't pleasant.
No.
You know, you wouldn't say it was pleasant. They didn't have any fans around the place. It was,
Well, the other night, Scar and I went for a walk, 9 o'clock at night.
oh, beautiful.
It's still hot in here.
But what should happen as the logic really kicks in is if you say to yourself, oh man, I've had a lazy day. You go, actually, I've had a relaxing day. I've had a nourishing day. I've had a day looking after myself.
Yeah.
Because as we get better at paying attention to our own thoughts, and I was listening to this weird thing from Russell Brand, and he was saying, because he, you know, he's been doing meditation now for like 20 years or something.
Yeah.
And he said, I didn't think he'd ever believed in God or Jesus or anything, but this latest one that's going around is him saying, so it's like bringing Jesus into your thoughts. But what would Jesus say about me saying that? Because Jesus was compassionate. He called people on the bullshit. You know, he didn't like authority figures, especially people who were breaking the law and stealing from people and stuff. So he had quite a good moral compass. At the very least, he seemed to have a good moral compass.
Yeah.
So he was saying, just bring Jesus into your thoughts. What would Jesus say about that?
Yeah.
And then hear Jesus having a conversation with Jesus in your thoughts. And that way you're taking you out of the equation and you're getting a real bit of compassion and empathy for whatever it is you're chatting about.
Yeah.
And you get another perspective from quite a nice higher self perspective. And then he said the aim is to have no thoughts at all in your head, and I'm sure that's, you know, exactly as likely for you as it is for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just an interesting thought.
Yeah. And hard trouble is getting for a walk when it's not raining. Oh, the rain, just annoying me.
And the trails have been constant.
Yeah. We've been lucky. We got up in the mornings and we might get rained on coming back, but she just shakes.
By the time you were coming over, there was just clouds everywhere. When I opened the windows at 6, it was a perfectly blue sky.
It was too.
Damn it.
Before that, because I went for a walk first, then I went to Aqua. You reckon my baby?
I saw another thingamajig recently that was basically the federal government looking for a company with lots of planes to do some shenanigans in the sky. They really should
But a
hide.
lot of people don't believe it.
Well, they should hide their patents, and they should hide their business plans.
Yeah. So I said to someone there the other day, I said, clouds are not clouds anymore. You used to have clouds that, they were...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think of when you're up in a plane and you look down and it's just like cotton wool.
Yeah, it used to be like that 30
You used to be
years
able
ago.
to look up and it'd be like that. Cotton balls.
Yeah.
Occasionally I think it's still there, but not like we used to.
Every day in every way I'm getting better and better and better.
Every way and every day I'm getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better.
Exactly.
She'll wake up every morning and say that. Before I say, "Where's my girl?"
Well, you can say it to her. Make her your go-to.
Yep. Are we going for a walk today? Yes, we're running. I might go again tonight.
So what's your I am for 2024? I am
Wonderful.
I am wonderful. What else? Or I am becoming
A new me.
a new me. I am that I am that I am. Every day in every way I'm getting better and better and better.
And everything better, better and better and better and better.
Ooh, okay. Just some kangaroo paw. That's for criticism. This is for when you are nitpicking yourself.
Yes. She does do that.
So 5 drops.
She doesn't do that anymore, is she?
No. I am wonderful. I am awesome. Every day and every way I'm getting better and better and better. Yeah, so right at the end there was a little bit of a disconnect between I am and higher self. So that's why we sort of threw that in there as well, you know, and the pineal gland. So, which is why that first sunshine, so I'm so glad you get that first sunshine of the morning so often, because it just wakes it up. Once again, it's probably why you're so healthy compared to so many of your friends who are the same age.
Yeah.
Because you're getting that and they're not.
Yeah. Well, you have to go for a walk first up in the morning because
Of the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been struggling too.
Well,
As she's walking.
she doesn't live in Alaska.
Yeah, as she's walking, the first is falling off her. And I said that to the dog wash lady, and she says, these poor dogs, they just do not know what's happening. Because one day it's so damn hot, and then the next day it's a bit cooler, and they think, oh, well, what have I got to do? And the ones kept in air conditioning are worse than the ones that are not.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's such a difference going from air conditioning outside.
Ah.
Whereas she's like under the house, and you do get if there's a breeze, it'll go through from the
Because
back.
Rod and Bron have got like a little baby pool
Mm.
that Higgins can go sit in.
I was thinking about getting one of those, but
And they even they just put some ice cubes in the freezer and they just chuck them in the water to keep it cool, and he just goes and sits in there. He loves it.
Oh, okay.
They had the big crabs, but he broke them too easily, so at the moment he's got like a little fold up pool, which is just hilarious.
Yeah.
There you go, my darling. This is a new program for this body now and the future. The old program for this body is no longer
gone.
necessary now in the future. Hallelujah and
Yes.
amen.
Oh,
So
thank you
logic. So logic in the left side of the brain. So I think the fact that you lost your brother, he's moved on.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, the old stuff, you will have been thinking about him a bit, so that sort of blew the base chakra, the safety, like you say, you're now safe.
Yeah, I'm safe. It's
You're
all
safe.
gone. I know the kids now, and I'll keep in touch.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's a year of new beginnings.
Yeah. Well, when this all happened, I thought, well, it is the start.
Yeah.
You know, it's the start of what I can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks, Mom.
High
Beautiful. High
five.
five.
Thank you.
Woo. Thanks, everyone.
See ya. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.